morning. My name is Lisa Schmid, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love it. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. We've shown you several things you can do with Texture Chic this week. Chic. I like calling it chic. Microphone. And Dave started out on Monday, and I added some more on Wednesday, and so there's so much to show you in that suite. I'm going to kind of wrap it up, not meaning we won't use it again, but kind of wrap it up today with doing something else with that suite. I hope you've had a good week. This week I got slimed, so that was interesting. You can come on down, Dave. We'll go ahead and get started, but I want to show you this. So when I got slime today, or not today, Wednesday, and I sent this to my friend. I was like, so this happened today. Okay, you ready? I actually put on pajamas so that, they're
a onesie.
The onesie, yeah. Kids call them pajamas. Look at that kid's face. He is so happy to be doing this. Ready? Woo! Look at that. What a great picture of just the slime in action. So anyway.
Morning, Sandy.
I got to move it. You can move it down. So anyway, yes, we reached our goal of $30,000 in a fundraiser. So I volunteered to do that. All right. So here is Texture Chic. And I want to show you kind of we'll wrap up the whole suite today. So the whole suite is called Texture Chic. I don't know why. How can that be chic? It's chic.
It's French.
It's French. Okay, well, I speak English. Anyway, you can see on here, and I always say that this is an idea book because there's so many beautiful things that you can copy right out of here. We've also got this gorgeous paper, which I'll give you a little tour of. We've got this yummy gold distressed paper, and then designer series paper, and then we've got all these stamps, like so many stamps. Many of them are two-step stamps. And that is on page 98. So let me show you that. So here's our stamp set. And I like to put the dies inside so that they're all right here, ready to go. And so these are all the stamps. But let me actually show you the stamps. So this right here, I made this so it'd be easy to see all the things that we have. So we have... just designer series paper is gorgeous. What?
We've kind of already gone
over the whole
before.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So Dave's saying don't go over.
And you have 3 things to make. So
okay.
Let's keep moving.
All right. Well, let me just give you, can I just at least show it to them?
Sure,
there,
quickly.
I won't go over it all, but there's all the dies and all the stamping. And then here's the beautiful paper. It's so, so, so pretty. Okay. Dave is giving me that look. I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, let's chap. Okay. Let's chap. Okay. So the first card I'm going to make is going to use, since Dave already went over the Memories and More pack, I am going to use this Memories and More pack. And as he told you, it has 50 cards total in here. And look at how fun these are. And if you don't like the words or the design, that's okay, because on the back is just like designer series paper. And they are like cardstock. So these are cut at 3x4, and how handy just to pop them on a card, just like that, or to add more to them. And then you also have 14 of these 4x6, which again, one side is kind of made for journaling, which of course you could use it for a recipe card, you could use it for journaling, or you can use it for card making or scrapbooking. And then it comes with 4 of these sheets of stickers.
2 of each.
2 of each. Yep, 4 sticker sheets. So, all right, that he showed you. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with that's all my stuff. I'm going to start with a soft succulent, just our basic 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock. There we go. And I took a piece of that 4x6, the bigger
Morning,
paper,
ladies.
The bigger paper. Okay, so I took a piece of the 4x6 and cut it down. And I only had to cut one side, right? Because it's already 4 inches. So then I just had to cut it at 5.25. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on. I know that's really cute on the back. See the good in all
Choices have to
things.
be made.
Choices have to be made, and there's more than one. So I
Right.
actually could use both if I so choose. All right. So fun background. Eclectic is what I like to think. It's just got lots of stuff on it. Let me show you where the card started, actually. So I chose this, and I thought, oh, that's fun. I like that. Life is better with you because, man, I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about Dave. Life is better with him. And on the back, it just has kind of, like I said, like a journaling. So, and then I thought, well, let's mat it. So that's where I'm going with this. I'm not going to put that on yet. So let's go ahead and stick this on. I just love that these are the right size, number one, and they're thick. You know, they're cardstock. They're not just designer series paper, which is also fine. But then I want to put a little piece of ribbon in the evening evergreen because I thought this sort of bothers me that this is off the page. You know, that's sort of my, I know, that's my weird thing. And I think I'm just going
Which is funny because
to,
you like to stamp off, but that one
I
gets
do
you.
stamp off, but I think the word thing should be all the way on. That's okay. I'm going to add something on the bottom here so that it doesn't feel like it's hanging off. So I'll just put a little bit of adhesive here, kind of doing my little cheat. So I can add either a knot or a bow, probably a knot, just like that. And that's how I get it nice and tight, right? And then let's just grab a little piece of ribbon and just add a little knot here. I think a knot is fine. I'm going to put it on this side because we've got, well, and here's the great thing because we've got leaves on the other side, but check this out. The great thing about this is I can move it because I just stuck it on there. I tied it on. I can decide, oh, actually, I like it on that side. So you can put it wherever you want and we can change it, which is kind of handy in case you change your mind. Can't imagine.
For handy.
Oh, for handy. That's a good Minnesota phrase. All right, so I'm just going to pop this on here. And the thing that's great about this set that I'm noticing is there's so many colors within our, so there's mango, there's petal pink, soft succulent, soft suede, and gold foil. But there's so many colors that it actually is quite easy to coordinate. Okay, now, of course, we could stop there, but why would we stop there? Except that I feel like it's a little bit crooked, so let's just pull that over. I'm not going to stop there. We're going to add, because that's just using everything that was pre-cut for us, right? So what I did is I took our self-adhesive sheets. Is that what they're called? I always forget.
Yes.
Self-adhesive sheets. I just want to show you kind of how I did that.
Adhesive sheets.
Adhesive sheets, yeah. Adhesive sheets. And I just peel off one piece of it and stick on a little bit of the paper. And then I die cut some green, evening evergreen. I die cut some mango of the same kind of leaf. And then we'll decide how we want to do them, but out of those little dies. So I was thinking I might like to pull a little yellow up here or I might like to, got a lot of leaves. We could push this over, like I said. Hadn't totally decided where I wanted to put the leaves, but I just knew I wanted some leaves. So we could put some down here, make it like a big leaf pile. I was going to ask Dave what he thinks, but he's on the move. So let's go ahead. What?
What's the question?
Oh, that's all right. I made a decision. So I'm going to, what I find with this is if I just peel off, get it started, it will pull out all those, most of those little pieces, which is pretty handy. So, and I love that it's self-adhesive. So let me just, yeah, I kind of think maybe I need 3 up there, maybe one of these, kind of like that. Let's peel that off and then we can decide where we want it to go. Of course, when I told you that, then it didn't do it. Most of the times it just comes right out, which is great. Or you can just kind of lightly tap your finger on the back and it'll stick to your finger. But I kind of like them up here. What do you think? I'm kind of just talking to you guys. And I could add one more. I sort of like building on top of that one. I'm going to keep going. You know, and that one, see, that one came all out. Let's just pop that. Oopsie. Pop it right off. There we go. All right. So, I don't know. I kind of like that. It adds a little bit more dimension than the flat. Now, this one is tucked in here. It adds a little bit more dimension. And we could use this one or not. I think we're good. The other thing always that we can add, always, and you know one thing I'm going to do with these, I left these out to show you, but I'm going to put them right back in here. Otherwise, you know what happens. You lose them, and I don't want to lose them, so we'll just pop those back in there. Okay, so I think we should add a little bit of bling. Why would we not add bling? And I want to show you how I have finally decided after many, many years to keep my embellishments. So what I did is I bought a scrapbook page that has pages that have these pockets, and then I cut them apart.
Like the photo slot pages.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of, you can just flip through and see maybe just the iridescent. Actually, I think those would probably look really nice on there. So let's use those. Because I found when I was tucking them in here, sticking them in here, they start popping off. And I end up with a whole bunch underneath that are now unusable. So, all right, let's go ahead and take this. I think I'm going to put some, I think, you know what? I don't know. Let's just add some because it's just fun, you know, it's just fun to add a little bit of sparkle to anything in life. So there we go. And then of course well, that's what we're going to do with our other leaf. Let's put this inside. Life is better with you. I mean, that could go to one of my teammates at school because they're so wonderful. And you know, this leftover leaf, I'm going to stick it inside there because I've got it. I'm going to use it. Pull that off. There we go. And maybe I'll just kind of lay it like that. There we go. So that is a card, just kind of using both, using the die cuts as well as those. Now, before we move on, before you pop on there, Dave, I just want to remind you and show you the ones that Dave made. So he made this using that background. Remember, just using the cards and that little background. He used the same gems I did because I had conferences. Was that just this week?
Week ago.
Oh, a week ago. Okay. That's why you're saying. Okay. So, and then here's another one using, he stamped one, die cut it, but using the self-adhesive sheets. Here's another one he made and another one he made. And this one's fun. This is a different size, which this size fits in the envelopes and cards. And I'll show you that in a moment. All right. You got something you want to show us? Look how fun those are.
Very fun.
Very fun. Go ahead.
All right. One of the things we have coming up is our shadow box class. So we're making seasonal shadow boxes. We did the summer one. This is now going to be the fall one. So great home decor piece, you know, set it on a sideboard, hang it on the wall, in your entryway, whatever the case may be. If you already have the 12 by 12 shadow box frame, then you just need to insert and it's $15. And if you, this will be your first one, go ahead and sign up for the full package, which includes that 12 by 12 shadow box frame, and you make the beautiful seasonal insert.
Nice. Yeah.
This class is November 5th, which is next Saturday,
Yep.
which means you need to sign up by Monday night.
Okay. Yeah, the one we made last time was so pretty. Okay, so here's another, what I've been mulling. Let me tell you first, here's the cards and envelopes so that you can get, and there's 20 cards and envelopes. They're 6.5 by 4.5. So a nice big size. And how fun is that with the gold? Can you see that? Look at, ooh, shimmery, shiny gold. I love that. So I'm going to use this. And obviously the Stampin' Up, obviously somebody's thinking because the 4x6 cards fit right here, right? They're so smart. I'm not going to use all of this. I'm going to show you how to use a part of that. So let's stamp a little bit. Got stuff stuck to me. I'm going to move this out of the way. I am going to use, I've been wanting to use this, You Make Each Season of Life Even More Beautiful. I've been wanting to use that. And so I brought over all the stamps for that and the colors. So let's get set up here. I'm going to take my new mat. Oh yeah, did I say that? I did. I said a new mat. I'm going to get
every
these.
card needs its first ding.
I'm sure. All right. So I am going to use the colors that are in this. It's actually Petal Pink is the one that's in the set, but Flirty Flamingo comes up a little bit brighter. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to stamp off one time. Oops, somehow got a flower on there. I'm going to stamp off and let me think. I want to do the detail first. always have to stop and think. So the detail I'm not stamping off. I'm just going to stamp that right on there.
Keep your
I
head
put my
back a
head in
little
the
bit.
way.
Yeah.
I'm going to stamp that right on there. Isn't that so pretty? And then I'm going to stamp off on that background, and then I'm going to stamp that right on top of it. Because then I get a little bit of color in the background, but then I also have that. So there's the shell. Let's close this one up. And I'm going to do the flower. Now the flower, one thing I noticed about the flower is it has a flat side. So those of you that were here Thursday night and we were kind of trying to, how can we get the flower just right? There is a flat side. And so I think that will work in our flower. Let's see, our flower is going to be, oh, that was going to be the flower. That's okay. The flower is going to be in soft succulent. I guess it doesn't matter. We can do any colors we want, can't we?
Yep.
So I'm going to do the flower in mango. I was mimicking something else. Again, I have to say this to myself every time, doing that part first.
Detail.
The detail, the outline first. And then I'm going to turn this over, stamp it off one time, and then stamp it. Oh yeah, that lines up perfectly when you got that flat side. I always forget, is it detail first or the other side first? I honestly cannot remember. So this one I'm going to try the other way.
Depends on the stamp too.
Depends on the stamp, I know. So this one I'm going to do the opposite way just to test out my theory.
Thank you for moving those out of the way. The last one, I was nervous about the shell because your block was right over it. I'm like,
good.
Don't smudge on it.
I don't want you to be nervous. Okay, so this one, I'm going to use soft succulent. I'm going to stamp off. Oopsie, that doesn't look like I got, I want it, when I stamp off, I want to make sure it's stamped off evenly. There we go. Looks like I have a little extra color in there. Oh, that's okay. Colored leaves are colored, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, but this is just a green leaf. And I'm just going to stamp that right there. Okay. And then I'm going to go over it. I must have a little bit of ink in my soft succulent, but that's okay. So, nope, it definitely is the other way.
Detail first.
Detail first. But that one came out okay. Detail
fine.
First. Okay, the last one is the snowflake. And the snowflake is going to be in Pool Party, which is a coordinating color with this also. Now the snowflake does not have two-step. I didn't really think about that, but it doesn't. It just has one. Just the snowflake.
Perfect.
Okay. Now let's pull all these back in. So fun. I just the first time I saw this set, I thought, oh, that's something I want to do. Now, I could just put these right on here, but they kind of blend in with the background, don't they? So I believe that I cut out, maybe not. I can't remember. Good grief. I don't remember. Maybe we're just going to put them right on here. Oh, that's right. We are. Sorry, I don't want to cover up the whole background. So we are going to put these on right on here. I'm going to start with summer on the top. I'm not going to pop these up because I am going to pop up the words. So, but I like this big space to work on. I am putting it on the left side, leaving a little gap in between. That one has to go a little bit higher. Should have tested it first, right? And seen. It could go a little higher. There we go. I'm going to put so summer, spring. I know I'm thinking way too much. I'm just going to do it like that. Way too much thought going into that, right? I'm sure Dave's like, way too much thought. All right, let's just go ahead and give a little gap in the middle like that. We'll do our summer, spring, whatever. Flowers, spring, I guess. And then this one right here. And to cut these to this background paper, I thought it was really fun to use these. I mean, I use these over and over and over again. You see these stylish shape dies. I just love them because, like, I cut out a smaller one. I was like, ooh, I think that's too small. And anyway, so I really enjoy this particular set of dies because you can use it so many different ways. Okay, now is where I'm going to use this little piece right here. I'm going to trim off a little piece to edge this. So let's just cut a tiny piece. I think that's about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go, I don't know about there. We'll see. But then if I still wanted to use these words, or if I still want to use that, I can, because I really just need that little piece. Of course, you could use designer series paper also. It's going to need to be a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner. Tuck that under there. We're going to go there.
We had someone recently ask about this trimmer.
This one, oh,
yeah, I really kind of wish they'd bring it back.
I know. It was something when yes, it was a special at one point. So I know. I really like it too because it's small and
it's just handy for
it is
trimming
handy.
up those little things.
Okay, so remember the whole thing that started my card were these words that say you make each season of life beautiful. So I'm going to stamp that in our, I'm going to stamp it in Flirty Flamingo. Now the reason I know the color is a little different color, but like I said, the reason I'm going to Flirty Flamingo is because that petal pink is pretty light. And I could do it in black, but I'm just going to do it in this color. And I can see that my stamp is curved upwards. Does that ever happen to you guys? I'm going to show you how to fix that actually before I stamp that. So if you take a piece of lined paper, anything Stampin' Up, lined paper, regular lined paper, and you put your stamp on here, doesn't matter if it's right side up or upside down, but put the stamp on there. I'm trying to get the words. So I'm looking at this little line is going through those and the top lining it up like that, and then I can line it up straighter on the block. So that's just one idea on how to get a straight block or straight stamp. All right, I'm going to stamp it way on the end here, like that. There we go. You make each season of life more beautiful. And I'm going to trim that right at the edge. That out of the way, and I'm probably going to trim my white just a little bit more, or I can just offset it like that, which I think is also pretty. I think I'll do that. What do you think, Dave? I think that looks nice.
I think that does look nice.
Yeah, and the last thing, yeah, I think I'll just do that. Okay, so many decisions, you know. That's the way it is when you're stamping, when you're teaching. So many decisions. And I'm going to leave a little space on the end. I think I'm going to go across all of them a little bit, like that. And this I am going to pop up. So let's grab some. You know what? This just happened to be nearby. I'm going to grab this. These are you can use these for, you can use it for shaker cards, or you could use it when you're putting on something like this because it's just perfect. You get the whole thing popped up. All right, and those are our adhesive strips. I just like these. You know, they come in lots of different shapes. Well, hexagons, they also come in strips. They come in solid. Just lots of things we can use. All right, let's go ahead and pop that up right here. I'm going to go down a little bit. You make each season of life even more beautiful. All right, and then do we need any gems or do you think we're good, Dave? It's really
Bling.
pretty. Bling?
You always bling. So.
Always bling. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this time. I don't know if you guys have seen these. These are new to me. Iridescent basic pearls. Iridescent pearls. Iridescent pearls, basic jewels. Wow, that's a lot of names on there. But they are so very, very pretty. So let's go ahead. Okay, now my temptation is to put one in the middle, but I'm not going to do that, I don't think. That's just tough. All right, I think I'm going to put it on that one got stuck right here. I'm just going to put it on the phrase. How's that sound? That sounds good to me. One up there. Good. And I'm going to use a little bit bigger one down here. Oop, not there. Not there. Come back here. It's like it's alive. There we go. Oh, stuck to it. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to actually push this one up a little bit so it kind of makes that triangle that I like to have. There we go. You make each season of life even more beautiful. And of course, you could stamp inside. You know, the one more thing this really does need is Wink of Stella. We haven't used Wink of Stella recently. Just make sure it's the right color, Wink of Stella. And it just adds a little bit of shimmer. And I don't know if you know, it does kind of pick up the ink. So I'm going to wipe it off on my hand and go back. And you can see it kind of mixes the color a little bit. I'm good with that. Wipe it off. You know, I have to do it on all of them. I'm not just going to do it on some. Wipe it off. And I'm just going to do it in the middle of my snowflake. Okay, there we have it. So there is our, isn't that pretty? So using more stamping.
Welcome,
Well,
Mary Ellen.
I guess it's all stamping, right? From Montana, fun. So using more stamping on that one. Okay, so the first one I made used mostly the pieces that we get. This one used mostly stamping. And don't forget, we have that great, beautiful envelope. It's just gorgeous, right? Did you have another announcement for us?
You know what? I do have another announcement I'm going to make. And that is, once I find the right one.
Because I have one more little thing to make that mimics this one, which it's what gave me the idea for this one. So,
Gotcha.
all right.
You may have heard us mention this the other day, but we have coming up, we are planning a crafters retreat. Because we haven't done one of these for a while, we do want to get your feedback and interest. Here's All right, here's what we know about our crafters retreat. It is going to be January 20th to the 22nd. We are finalizing our space, but some of that depends on how many people are interested. So with that, right now, I'm going to put out a link very soon, later today, that you could put down a $100 refundable deposit. That's just so we can gauge how many people are interested. Once we know how many people are interested, we will finalize all the details, but I can tell you this. It's going to include lodging, and you are not going to have to share a bed with everyone. Everyone will have their own bed.
Woo-hoo!
I know sometimes when you go on those retreats, due to space, that's a thing, but we are not going to do that. Now, there will be different configurations of bedrooms. So we'll have single rooms, we'll have some rooms with more people in them. So we will base final cost based on that. So if you put down your deposit now, that just lets us know you are interested in our retreat on the 20th to the 22nd of January. We will then get you all the specific details. And at that point, you can say, you know what, I'm in, and you will pay your final amount once we obviously know how much that is. Or you can say, you know what, that's just not going to work for me, and move on to something else. So like I said, all meals prepared by Chef Dave, snacks, make and takes. We will have some optional add-on classes, both stamping and other. Other, just think about that one.
Of course, there's pillow gifts. I mean, there's got to be pillow gifts when you go on a retreat.
If you've been to an event that Lisa and I do, we love to do it right. So we will take great care of you on the weekend of the 20th. Let us know if you are interested, like I said, when I post that link.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, we're super excited about that. So in light of this little one, I wanted to think of, well, what started this idea. Like I said, I saw that and I thought about kind of that, but then I got too many things, sorry. Then I saw these and I was like, oh, look how cute those are. Those little, they're really little. Put my finger there, you can see they're probably a ½ inch by a ½ inch. So then I thought, well, what if we made a little card? So I'm starting with, it's just under 3 by 3, because I don't know if you know that we have 3 by 3 envelopes. And so I cut this just a little smaller, because when I go 3 by 3, I can't, it's pretty snug. So I'm starting with that. This background is just such a fun one. And again, I'm using our adhesive sheets because this is a lot to glue down. Okay, so I went ahead and you can see I peel off and I use what I think I'm going to use. I don't do the whole thing, although you certainly could do that. And so let's go ahead and peel this. What I really want to do is just peel it right off. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll try. I think so. I'm going to peel this. And like I said, look at all those stickies that stay on there. And I have, I think, like 2 or 3 that ended up with chicken math counting. Do you know what chicken math is? Chicken math is when you go to get a chicken and you end up with 5. So 2 plus 1 equals 5. Anyway, chicken math. If you're a chicken person, you would understand that. All right, and I'm just going to grab those 2. Do you see how that easy that was? So this is our, now they're stuck all over me though. This is going to be my little background. And of course, it's hanging off. That's not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and take my snips and go ahead and cut that little bit off And I know some of you would say, I'm going to use that for something else. And that's awesome. I am not. Get that little piece off. So I turn it over so I can make sure I get it all. But how easy. I just made my own sticker, so to speak. There we go. How fun is that? And it's all stuck on. Perfect. Now I am going to take our little stickers, self-adhesive die cuts, and I'm going to do them in that same or similar. I'm going to make a foursome. One. I want the shell on top. 2, 3. And my little fourth one. How sweet is this? I think it's really sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Just like that. And then let's take a look and see if in our other sticker sheet, are there any words we want to use? And if not, we will. This is the one I was looking at. Maybe. I don't really see any words that I want to use. So we'll go ahead and use some of the words in our set, which that's what's so great is everything coordinates. I think I'm going to do I think I'm going to do it on the inside, actually. I'm going to do a I'm here for you. Or we could do the same season one. Let's see if that, I'm not sure that'll fit. Sorry, friends. I clearly didn't think through the rest of this card. I was so excited about that part of it. I'm not sure that fits. So we are going to do the I'm here for you. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but Dave and I, we are here for you. And we are faithful friends.
We are always here for you.
Always here for you. So I just need a little block. And I think I'm going to just stamp it in black. I'm here for you. And grab our little black. I am here for you. One of my friends just said she went on a trip. Now she's home with COVID. I'm like, do you need anything? She said, no, just feeling isolated. I'm like, oh, honey bun. Okay, so there we go. Just a very simple little card. Like that. Just stick it in there. I'm looking, I'm like, I feel like I might have planned to put a background, but I like it just like that, the little seasons. So there you go. There's another little card. Those are so small. I think they're sweet. Let me lift them up so you can see. I think it's sweet. So there we have it. Lots of cards using our Texture Chic. And can I just run through the cards I already made?
Sure.
Okay. I don't have to ask permission, but since in the beginning he was sort of telling me to, we already went over it. But this is one we are making with our Card Kit Club is making this one, as well as we made this one in our stamp club the other night. Isn't that pretty? Love, love, love it. We made this one on, I believe, a Wednesday. We did this little easel card, twisted easel, perhaps. So pretty. This is this Wednesday. We did the using one sheet of designer series paper and making this fun little tuck-in flap, fun little card. And this one beats me. Monday, this past Monday, perhaps. I don't know. I think I'm over here. This past Monday, perhaps. So many different things. So many different things. So I really like buying the whole thing as a suite because then I know I get everything with it. So just want to throw that out there that it is so much. I'll just put this in here and this. So much fun. Look at all that. Oh, love it, love it, love it. All right, friends, I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. If you like watching these videos, if you think they're fun or entertaining, would you like the page and would you share it with a friend? Just trying to get us out there. We've been around on the video three years, coming up on 3 years, and we just want to expand the joy, spread the joy, sprinkle the joy. All right, friends, you have a wonderful Saturday, a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Happy stamping.